Hi everyone, just outside the Garda barracks here in Dundalk, and just here to introduce you to three clips. We're going to show the corruption, collusion and coercion by members of An Garda Síochána in here. The three clips, you will have seen them before on Aaron's platforms, but we'll introduce them from outside the Garda barracks here. First clip we're going to look at is Pat Marry and Bobby Ogle and their illegal identification process they used with the layer and the drug dealer and the criminal and the illegal immigrant, Christopher Morton. So let's have a quick look at this little clip.
An additional statement starting at 7:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, Christopher, could you just look at what Detective Inspector Marry is showing you and tell me what do you see?
It's Aaron Brady, right there.
And you're looking at a photograph, a copy of a photograph presented to you, and you recognise the person in that as Aaron Brady, as the same person that told you that he had shot the guard. Okay, so we're just going to put that down as an additional statement. Is that okay?
As you can see there quite clearly, what took place in that room in New York with Christopher Morton was totally and completely illegal. You can see one sheet of paper, one picture was used to identify Aaron. Now this is a man who never seen Aaron Brady before. It had been, I think, over 3 years from his alleged interaction with Aaron and the taking of that statement. And these two scumbags, Marry and Ogle, actually thought they were going to get away with this ID process. So we're going to move on to Paul Gill, who was interviewing another criminal, drug dealer, paedophile apologist, and Daniel Cahill. This clip is very, very interesting insofar as we see what Paul Gill does. Just going to show you the clip here now, and then we'll obviously I'll highlight what's happened in it.
So you said there is something about he produced a weapon. Is that what he said, or what? Is that your words? Is that your words?
Me saying he produced the weapon is my words. His words was, I had a gun and I shot the guy.
Okay, the cops. Okay. No, yeah, I get that. Yeah. So when you say a gun, was it ever discussed?
No.
Okay. And the reason I'm asking you that is,
Only he had a gun and I shot the cops and he never told me. What movies in it?
so the reason I'm asking you that was, so earlier in the conversation you mentioned something about a handgun. Was that never discussed about a gun? Was it a gun?
No,
A gun? Or what was it?
It was how he stated nothing. He never told me what type of gun or anything.
Right, okay, so you listen to something, but there was never discussion about what type of gun it was?
No.
Right, okay. So when you said earlier, I think a handgun, it was just, you just said it's a handgun.
Or just said a handgun
But
because of how Aaron,
Yeah. Right, okay.
when he said, when I was asking what happened, he said, oh, my friends were in the car, and he was like, no, I took out a gun and I had shot the cops.
Okay, that's fine.
So Mr. Cahill's getting a story wrong. He's making a hand gesture saying Aaron Brady done this using his hand to denote a handgun. But of course, as everyone knows, Adrian Donahue was murdered with a shotgun. And the attempt by Paul Gill to coerce and interfere with the statement of this known criminal, drug dealer and illegal immigrant, Daniel Cahill, and sorry, someone's just talking to me there, passing. So it's quite obvious, we've shown quite clearly. I'm actually just going to show you in slow motion again. Just watch this little clip again and watch what Gill does. He makes the sign to try and denote a shotgun. So there you have it, folks. It's there in black and white. Daniel was getting his information wrong. He was getting his lays wrong. So he had to be reeled in. And of course, the best attempts was made by Gill, totally illegal, and we can see what he does. Because Daniel Cahill's statement with this sort of hand gesture and saying Aaron Brady said this, of course, is totally and completely wrong, and is nothing got to do with what happened at Lordship Credit Union whatsoever.
My customer with him. Yeah, car. He said it was BMW, you know. The car was BMW. Well, just don't think, just cast your mind back to try and recall what he said in relation to the car. I said, what was it? He said it was, I said, what sort of car was it? He said it was like a, I don't know, well, I think he said BMW.
Clip is the lead detective, Mr. Mark Phillips. And this is with another criminal, another drug dealer, Mr. Ronan Flynn. And this is very simple. Ronan, again, like Daniel, gets his stories all wrong. And he gets the wrong vehicle. And we'll see quite clearly Mark Phillips trying to get Ronan to change his statement. Let's have a little look at it here now.
My customer with him. Yeah, car. He said it was BMW, you know. The car was BMW. Well, just don't think, just cast your mind back to try and recall what he said in relation to the car. I said, what was it? He said it was, I said, what sort of car was it? He said it was like a, I don't know, well, I think he said BMW.
So once again, Ronan's getting it wrong between the BMW, the Volkswagen Passat. Everything's all wrong. The whole thing's a mess. And Mark Phillips, you can actually hear his teeth grinding if you when Ronan is getting his words and his lanes wrong. So although some of it is almost to some degree amusing what these three sets of detectives have tried to do here, it really goes to the heart of this whole investigation and shows clearly what these men in here are willing to do to gain a false conviction. They should be hauled over the coals for it. They should be questioned. Our mainstream media should be raising questions about it, and our national broadcaster and all the TV stations should be looking at this and saying, how did this happen in an Irish state, and how was it allowed to carry on through the Irish judicial system? So this is what we have to look at, this is what we have to deal with, but this is what we have to bring to you, the Irish public, the truth on how these men stepped into the darkness to gain a false conviction against their son and to frame Aaron.